Gunnar Stockton, Kirby Smart, and the Georgia Bulldogs head to Jordan-Hare Stadium to face Jackson Arnold, Hugh Freeze, and the Auburn Tigers. So excited for this game. It's a primetime matchup. Let's start with Auburn because this team's got to protect their quarterback better. Jackson Arnold has done everything within his power to try and keep his team in each of the games this season. The fact that they have 2 losses, you really feel for the guy and this program, the way that they've played their heart out through the first couple of weeks, save for the offensive line. 20 sacks through 5 games? Are you kidding me? I know half of that's in one game, but you just have to play better for your quarterback. Let's start off with what helps you the most as an offense. They did a great job of running the football against Baylor. I mean, they had the balance between Jackson Arnold's legs, Jeremiah Cobb keeping the ball on the ground. They did a great job against that. And then against Oklahoma, the struggle started to come, and they didn't have the balance. What they did have were the outside throws to Cam Coleman. Circling him is what Kirby Smart is doing. What does Kirby Smart do? He does what Nick Saban does. He does what Bill Belichick does. He's going to try and take away what you do best. I mean, frankly, I think Cam Coleman might be the best offensive player in the Southeast Conference. I don't know if that's too much of a stretch as a sophomore. This kid's unbelievable. I truly see a lot of Jeremiah Smith in this guy. The ability to go up, make 50-50 catches, make like their 80-20s. If I'm Auburn, I'm going out there and I'm throwing the football to him 8 or 9 times, consistently giving him chances when there are one-on-ones. Or Eric Singleton in the slot. I want to see Auburn get the football out of Arnold's hands with a bit more decisiveness. A one-on-one to Coleman, eyes immediately over there. We're going to take that and go down with our best. And we think that that could be our best player. Eric Singleton lined up in the slot. There's all those guys for Georgia on their defense. It's pretty clear and obvious, though, that this isn't the Georgia Bulldogs of a couple of seasons ago. Michael Williams and Jalen Walker, the defensive side of the ball, and the secondary, Ringo and Malachi Stark. Now, this is not those Georgia Bulldogs that are just going to punch you in the face until you just got no face left. I mean, they can be beaten. They've only got 5 sacks, I think, so far on the season. They played a little bit better against Kentucky, and they were able to get some pressure on the quarterback and could run the football a little bit better. But this team is a bit limited right now as an offense with Gunnar Stockton as their quarterback in a way that they had a bit more of a downfield passing attack with Carson Beck a season ago. Now, the weapons are looking better than they were last year, but I have to say that I'm expecting in this matchup Gunnar Stockton to have a ton on his plate. They had a great performance running the football, not from Nate Frazier. They were able to really do a great job against Kentucky of having a bit of balance. Gunnar Stockton had a great day running the football, 2 touchdowns, and Chauncey Bowens, he had 70 yards rushing, close to 5 yards a carry. They have that balance. Can you do that against this Auburn front? Remember, these guys are so strong. They're led by Keldrick Falk. He's one of the best edge players in college football. They've got monsters over there. I really think that Auburn's, again, a top 5 unit on the defensive side of the ball. Xavier Atkins, Crawford, they get after the quarterback. Gunnar Stockton's going to have to use his legs. Is there a couple of guys for Georgia that can separate and consistently and be reliable and catch the football? I'm still like, what? The Alabama game is right there in your hands. You're beating them in the middle of the field. Catch the ball and go take a lead. It's blown coverage. Bama, take advantage of it. It's some of the same things. I know you beat Kentucky, but that's not a good Kentucky team. This Auburn team is maybe a couple calls away from being 3-1 right now, or maybe their quarterback just finding a way to get the football out into the flat a little bit sooner. It's just what is on your coach and Hugh Freeze, who calls the plays, and he's like your offensive coordinator also too, protecting your quarterback and putting him in situations where he's a little bit more protected. Georgia, I gotta again say that I'm expecting more from this defense, right? Bolden, Raylan Wilson, C.J. Allen. I don't even know if Medozi's gonna get all that many snaps in this one. Like, this guy coming out of Army has just been one of those disappointments, and he's an incredible athlete. was great with Army. But again, the best players are going to make the best plays, and Georgia hasn't consistently had that. Against Alabama, it was Ty Simpson on third down, something that you would never have thought in that game. You saw them on that many third downs. You would have been very confident that Georgia could win that football game. Now, let's talk about Gunnar Stockton and this run game, because that's really where I see them doing some damage. Auburn's got athletes, but there's a couple of other teams in the Southeast Conference that I believe that can match up a bit better against Georgia to take Gunnar Stockton's legs out of the game. A Florida can, a Texas with Anthony Hill can, or an LSU with Perkins and Weeks can do that. Auburn's got good linebackers, and they're good at that depth, and Woodyard, and there's, I'm forgetting his name at the second here. Atkins, right? He can play in an athletic role. This he's got length, right? He's 6 foot, 210 pounds, and he runs all over the field, and he's got that versatility. But I really think that what you have to do is be putting pressure on Gunnar Stockton, stacking that box 6 to 7, and say, hey, you're going to take the one-on-ones to your wide receiver core. We're going to give those up, and that's going to be our attack as an offense. And frankly, I just don't know if Georgia has that ability to hit those one-on-ones. I mean, Zachariah Branch, have we seen the deep ball the entire season where he just blows by somebody and he runs past him, and Gunnar Stockton, beautiful deep ball on the season? I don't know if I've seen it yet. Hit me up in the comments if you've seen it, because I've watched Georgia this season, and that's not been a piece of their offense. That's what you're looking for out of the USC transfer. Now, I do think that Georgia will be able to come out there and win this football game. It's in a road environment. This is a tough place to go win a game. You might be looking at that 3-2 record for Auburn and say this team is downtrodden, or Jackson Arnold, some of the heat he's taken, making some comments to some people walking off the field against Oklahoma. Not exactly the best of look for the kid, but he's talented. And this guy won the Elite 11 for a reason. He's got the size, the athleticism, the arm. It's just about putting it together. So I put a lot of this on Hugh Freeze and the game plan that he can formulate. And frankly, I think it comes down to coaching. And I believe that Georgia just has better coaching overall. Now, I know that the offensive coordinator, Mike Bobo, he catches a ton of heat. And so you're going to go back to that Georgia game in the 4th and 1 against Alabama. What are we doing there? And not giving it to Frazier and not kicking that thing. I get it. It's going to continue to be on the message boards. I just got faith in Georgia in this one to run the football. Gunnar Stockton's legs, that they will have an ability to take the football away, because that's what Arnold has shown this year, right? That's been something that you've been a bit disappointed in Arnold. As like, I thought the legs would be a little bit more of a factor of him being able to get out of trouble and extend plays. He's done a great job so far in the season, right, of not throwing interceptions and not just giving the football away. That's been a real strong side for him, but it's been holding on to the football too long and not dumping it off, which in my book can be about the equation of turnovers if you have enough sacks and you're flipping the field all that much throughout a game. So I think that Auburn falls at home to the Georgia Bulldogs. Georgia's able to have a little bit of a better defensive performance. They win this game in a tight manner, because I think that, again, Keon Coleman's a special type of player, could be the best player in this game, and that you got to give him his opportunities and make Georgia have to adjust and double cover that. And then there's one-on-ones to Singleton on their side, or you've got opportunities when you have the numbers in the run game to go after that. I've got Georgia in a win 31-27. This game's an immediate classic. It took me, it was tough to pick against Auburn. I like this football team. I really enjoy watching them play. They're physical on the defensive side of the ball. They've got weapons. The offense has a lot of potential. Man, that game against A&M, I just thought they could do so much more. And based off of that, being the last time that I was able to, we were all able to watch them go out there and play. It was just a very disappointing overall performance, and Arnold had, 130 passing yards in that game. So I got the Georgia Bulldogs with the win on the road. Let me know down below in the comments who you see coming out with the win. Will I be wrong and Auburn gets the dub and they put Georgia to their second loss on the season? That would be crazy. Georgia would be right on the brink of this thing. Auburn's already on the brink. They're playing with house money right now. Or does Georgia come out with the win? I appreciate you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this Blitz with Blender video, I make NFL and college videos every day, so please subscribe for more content. Love to have you guys around here. Let me know in the comments what you think about college football, who you think might be the best team in the country. I try and go down there and respond to as many as possible. I appreciate you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.
Best player in college football.
That Georgia and Ohio State game, New Year's Eve, is going to be a classic.
Josh Blunder, hi everybody, I'm Josh Blunder.
To the 40, 35, 30, Espinosa to the 20.